Hello, the amazing D365 community. This is Danica Makatangay, your Miss Dynamic Millennial. For today's discussion and tutorial, we are to talk about the account structure. But first of all, we have to know what account structure is. Account structure uh, is a combination of main account and financial dimensions. It creates a set of rules that determines the order of course, the main account and the financial dimension values that we put in to record our accounting transactions or our journal entries in D365 FO. And of course, we have to consider that there are prerequisite requirements or prerequisite setup that we need to have in D365 FO before configuring an account structure. And as mentioned, it is a combination of main account and financial dimension. So we need to have our main account and financial dimension in place before we configure an account structure. And how to do that, the main account configuration and setup for financial dimension and financial dimension values. We have a demo tutorial for that from our past uh, past demo tutorials from Miss Dynamic Millennial Blogs. And yep, how to create configure account structure in D365. We navigate our navigation pane. We go to modules, general ledger, chart of accounts, structures, configure account structures. And since this is a environment or a demo environment that contains demo data, there are a bunch of lists that we can see here as account structure for different legal entities. And how to create a a new account structure. How to create a new account structure. We click on the new button, and then since this account structure is a mandatory field over here, we need to enter a code or uh, an ID of our account structure in the system. So for example, this one is for PS balance balance sheet. So upon entering our account structure ID, which is BS, the create button becomes available and enabled. So once we click that, the create button, so this would be the form that T365 will lead us. There is a section for segments and allowed values, and the section as well for allowed value details. So of course, as mentioned, it is a combination of main account and financial dimension. Or it could just be main account if there is really no financial dimension for our implementation. But if in case there is a combination of main account and um, financial dimension, then that is what we need to set up in our account structure. So for the main account, we need to identify what are the range of main accounts that we need to put in our segments and allowed values. So two things we need to consider when we are implementing account structures, especially for the main account and other and of course this is applicable as well when we are uh, designing the segments for or the allowed values for the segments like financial dimensions. Some of the clients would want to have a main account that is a specific main account as a segment and put in there the specific uh, department, financial dimension to be specific, the specific financial dimension that is applicable for that main account. But we can also do recommend that aside from that, of entering the specific main account and the specific financial dimension combination to it, we can, of course, as a recommendation, put a specific range of main account or accounts and financial dimensions for that. So, for example, we have here main account. This asterisk wildcard means any value. So we can place our cursor here on the main account segment, and under allowed value details, operators, there is this options that we can select from on how we want our main accounts to be displayed or how our main accounts to be um, configured in the account structure. So when we want a specific range of main accounts to be in there, um, what we normally put in is it between and includes. Is between and includes. So for example, from 100,000 to 199999, which for example, we know that this is an asset account. Click on apply. This range of main accounts, this would be the combined financial dimension to it. So we click on add segment, and here, since this is a demo data, we have a bunch of segment or financial dimensions available here. So for example, we want business unit, click on add segment, and we want to add another segment or financial dimension, which is department. So click on that. And now we are saying to this account structure that, hey, account structure BS, from main account 100,000 to 199999, you put or accept any value of business unit and department. But we can also say to them to this specific range of main accounts that I want any value for the business unit, but for department, it's allowed for me to just simply put it on the blank. So take note of this. Every time you change or switch your cursor to that specific segment, this allowed value details would also change its segments or allowed segments. So from here, let's say it's okay just to put any blank value on the department when we do the transaction, just as long as this business unit would have and should have a value in it for this range of main accounts. And once we have that, we can activate it, okay? Or we can validate it first to see if there is no issue with this account structure combination that we have, because we later on would still also want to put other things like for other main account range. For this example is between and includes. So here we receive a warning message as part of the validation of the account structure configuration that the main account 150 to 159 overlaps with the row with the asterisk wildcard. That that is because the wildcard again asterisk means any value. So the account structure is determining that, hey, you already put a specific range of main account for this first line, and then you want any value for this second line that you have. You should check it. You should update it. That's how that error message or warning message works. So we put in another value combination or main account combination here in like the 9999. Okay. And for this one, say that any business unit would be allowed and department should also have any value in it. So let's just remove this and try to validate this account structure. Okay, it says that this account structure is okay. There's no duplicate or overlapping with other main account that we have for this account structure. The other way as well on how to segmentize, if that is the term, or how to configure account structure, combine the financial dimension with your main account, is through the organization hierarchy setup that we have. Okay, so this one is through directly adding a segment into this and putting in what is the allowed combination or what is the value allowed to that. And for the account structure where we want to use our organization hierarchy, so we have here set up relationships. So from here, we can see that there are party A and B for the auto business unit, and the auto business unit would have party A as the business unit and department party B. So what is the purpose of this when we want to put in the organization hierarchy? Okay. When we use the organization hierarchy in setting up our segments and allowed values in the account structure, whatever is under the business unit as department, then that would be the allowed values for it. Same way when we select this one, whatever is in the department and whatever is the business unit under the department would be the allowed or would be the allowed values for our account structure. For me, this is a more interactive one when we really want to limit simple way to limit the allowed values that our users can select from time to time when they are using the account structure or entering main account and financial combination in the system. Okay, so let's try to change this one for us. So actually, since we don't want to ruin our demo data, let's make use of what is the account structure that is in this ledger setup. So we have this manufacturing BS dash slash S. So if I duplicate a tab for us, for the current setup of our account structure, let's create a simple journal for that. Under General Ledger Journal Entries, I should have clicked General Journals. But by the way, Global General Journals is also okay. And we have in the Miss Dynamic Millennial blog on how to use our Global General Journals. So we click on New and we select a journal name, okay, and then go to Lines. So here we can see that for this range of main account, any values or a blank value is allowed for business unit, same with department. So let's put in any value. Let's select anything of this. Let's select any of this for the meantime. So petty cash, home. Okay. It says that department is all just totally fine to have a blank value. Okay. And we go to this offset account. And the other account structure that we have here is for the P&L accounts. Well, normally as well, we only put one account structure for each or for all of the uh, main accounts that we have, BS, P&L accounts. But if the requirement calls for a separate account structure, then we do so. Okay, so for the main account 4 to 9, range 4 to 9, let's try to put in miscellaneous. And it says that we should have a business unit that is allowed to be a blank value. Let's try to put a blank value in there. And here it says that if we use 23, department 23, we should, okay, a blank value is still allowed here. Okay, then click on post, click on save. We can click validate or simulate posting before we post the transaction. But posting it is totally fine. And later on, we'll have, as part of our Neophyte series, how to create a general broad journal, what we need to consider when we are doing general journal. But piece by piece, we'll discuss it in our Neophyte series. So we go on to the voucher, and since our account structure allows this combination, so we're able to set up, or we're able to post our general journal with this combination. Okay, let's make it more limiting our account structure. Again, I go inside the manufacturing BS account structure, and this segment we set, we click on edit, and our segment we move it to the right. Okay, and we set this as to not allow blank values. Okay, and we talked about earlier that we can also use the combination of the organization hierarchy as account structure segment, or how we can design the allowed values on our account structure. So we go to our organization hierarchy, and then we look to our organization hierarchies. But the business, let's take a look at this and view our hierarchy. Okay, so from here, the organization hierarchy of the business unit, under department sales and marketing, which has a value of 0.22, it only allows business cost center of trade shows and marketing campaign. Okay, great. So from there, let's try to change our business unit, remove our business unit, and change the segment to cost center. Okay. And now we click on the setup, relationships. From here, let's say that include this party A as department and party B as the cost center. And click on OK. Nothing changed, we just click OK. But I believe the value of this account structure would be applied already as we are activating the structure. Okay, now we created that form, or we created that configuration of the account structure to see that if I selected an organization hierarchy to be an allowed values in my account structure, it would follow how my hierarchy, or my organization hierarchy, to be specific for auto business unit, was the set. Okay, let's now create again another journal. Click on new, select the journal name that we would want to use, click on lines, and here the combination is still under the 150239999. Okay, and we click, simply type in petty cash here. Okay, so from here we can see that it is having department and cost center as a combination, since that is what we applied as allowed segment values with this main account. So if from here we can see that it says that blank is not allowed for department for the combination, which is good, since we didn't really allow blank value for the department as well as for the cost center. Now, what we are trying to achieve again is that out of this hierarchy, organization hierarchy, under sales and marketing, I can only pick trade shows and marketing campaign. So let me see what the number of the sales and marketing. So that is 22. Okay. So from here, we can see that under sales and marketing, or once I selected sales and marketing, it would only show to me 007 and 008. So that is the purpose. If whenever, or that would be the result, whenever we use our organization hierarchy as our allowed values. There's no need for us to identify which is, or sorry, to identify that for this department, this would be the allowed value series. For department 022 for sales and marketing, this would only be the allowed value 007, 0008, 00. So that would be one of a simple ways as well to um, limit the value that our financial dimension, that our account structure shows whenever our um, users are keying in or preparing the journal, so that they will not be surprised with all of the values that are in there. If just in case we wanted to have the design as this and we didn't use the organization hierarchy, it would show like this, right? Once we select 22, it would uh, mostly look like this if it is all values allowed. But since we limit it through our organization hierarchy, it is now just showing 007 and 008. So that's 007 so that we can continue with this. Uh, Safe. Okay. So let's again select a different one. Finance. So finance is 24. So once we selected finance, it would only show to us procurement and administration, which is how our organization hierarchy has been set up. It's just, we're still, oh, okay, okay. And we click on post. And that is all, my tea amazing D365 community, on how we can configure our account structure. Probably these two ways are the most common way that I have been using when implementing account structure or doing implementation to clients and setting up the account structure. Of course, there's also advanced rule structure. We'll talk about that in the next video tutorial, or on our next video tutorials, but probably hopefully, this could help you uh, how to maintain your account structure through your financial dimension values plus the main account, and the other way around is also through your organization hierarchy. Thank you, everyone, and God bless us all. Bye bye.